Chosen one. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Something invisible has been moving around your life for longer than you realize. While the world kept spinning, while people ignored your pain, while you smiled through battles nobody understood, heaven was quietly preparing this very moment for you. My beloved child, this message did not arrive by accident. There is a reason your eyes stopped here. There is a reason your spirit feels restless right now. Jesus is standing beside Archangel Michael at this very moment, and both are calling your name with urgency. They are saying, do not leave now. Do not scroll away. Stay until the very end, because heaven is about to reveal something that will change everything. My beloved child, there have been nights when you felt forgotten, nights when you questioned your purpose, nights when you asked heaven why your journey had to be so heavy. You carried disappointments in silence. You buried tears where nobody could see them. You walked through storms pretending you were strong while your spirit quietly cried for help. But Jesus says, I saw every moment. I saw every hidden wound. I counted every tear that fell from your eyes when nobody else noticed. Archangel Michael steps forward with his sword of light and says, what tried to destroy them only prepared them for what heaven is about to release. Listen carefully, chosen one, because the atmosphere around you is shifting right now. The heaviness you have been carrying is beginning to crack apart. Heaven says your season of delay is coming to an end. For years you have stood in front of doors that would not open. You prayed for answers, but received silence. You asked for direction, but found confusion instead. Yet all along, heaven was protecting you from paths that would have destroyed your destiny. Jesus says, every rejection was divine protection. Every closed door was mercy in disguise. Every delay was heaven preparing something greater. Archangel Michael now raises his voice and declares, tell them the battle around them was never ordinary. My beloved child, there were spiritual attacks sent to discourage you, distractions sent to weaken you, and people sent to make you doubt your worth. The enemy wanted you exhausted. The enemy wanted you hopeless. The enemy wanted you to quit right before your breakthrough arrived. But heaven would not allow your story to end in defeat. Jesus says, you survived because my hand remained over your life, even when you could not see it. Chosen one, there is a divine countdown taking place over your life right now. Heaven says something that has been blocked for years is finally beginning to move. Opportunities are shifting. Doors are unlocking. People who ignored you will suddenly notice you. Situations that seemed impossible will suddenly begin to change, but you must stay spiritually alert, because what is coming next requires faith greater than fear. Archangel Michael says, do not let doubt steal the blessing that heaven has already prepared. My beloved child, there are 3 sacred doors standing before your destiny tonight. The first door is the door of revelation. Behind it is the truth about who you really are. You have spent too much of your life trying to fit into places heaven never designed for you. You tried to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You hid your gifts because you feared rejection. But Jesus says, you were never created to live small. You were born with divine purpose. The first door is opening now, and clarity is flooding into your spirit. As the first door opens, memories begin returning to your soul. Moments you once thought were meaningless suddenly make sense. Every hardship was training. Every betrayal strengthened your spirit. Every lonely season built wisdom inside you. My beloved child, heaven says your life was never random. Even the pain carried hidden purpose. Archangel Michael says the storms did not come to destroy them. The storms came to awaken them. The second door is now appearing before you. This is the door of restoration. Jesus steps closer and says, tell them I am restoring what life tried to steal. My beloved child, there are pieces of your heart that have remained broken for years, dreams you gave up on, joy you thought would never return, confidence that disappeared after disappointment. But heaven says restoration is beginning now, not partial restoration, complete restoration, the kind that leaves you stronger than before the pain ever entered your life. Jesus says, I remember the nights they cried in silence. I remember the moments they almost gave up. I remember every prayer whispered through exhaustion. My beloved child, heaven has not forgotten those prayers. In fact, answers have already been prepared. What you lost in weakness will return in strength. What you lost in confusion will return in clarity. What you lost in sorrow will return multiplied with joy. Archangel Michael declares, the enemy thought the story was ending, but heaven says the story is only beginning. Chosen one, there is something else heaven wants you to understand tonight. You were never abandoned during your hardest seasons. Even when it felt like nobody cared, angels were surrounding you. Even when you thought heaven was silent, battles were being fought on your behalf. Jesus says, there were accidents I prevented, attacks I blocked, and disasters I stopped before they reached you. My beloved child, if heaven showed you how many times you were protected without knowing it, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. Now the third door is beginning to open. This is the door of acceleration. Archangel Michael lifts his sword and light floods across the spiritual realm. He says, the waiting season is ending. My beloved child, heaven is about to move faster than you expect. Delayed blessings are suddenly approaching. Answers are arriving quickly. What once felt impossible is beginning to align in ways you cannot explain. Jesus says, what should have taken years will happen in months. What should have taken months will happen in days. Feel this deeply, chosen one, because your atmosphere is changing. There are people about to enter your life who will help push you toward your destiny. Divine connections are being arranged. New opportunities are being prepared. Heaven says your next chapter will not look like your last chapter. The pain of yesterday will not define the favor of tomorrow. Archangel Michael says, they are stepping into a season where doors open without struggle. My beloved child, there is also a warning heaven wants you to hear. As blessings increase, distractions will also increase. Negative voices will try to return. Fear will attempt to creep back into your thoughts. Doubt will whisper lies into your spirit. But Jesus says, do not listen to fear anymore. You have spent too much time believing you were not enough. Heaven says you are stronger than you realize. You are more loved than you understand, and you are closer to breakthrough than you think. Archangel Michael now stands guard over your future and says, no weapon formed against them will prosper. My beloved child, attacks may come, but they will not destroy you. Opposition may rise, but it will not stop your destiny. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. Battles are being handled before they even reach your life. Jesus says, walk forward with confidence because you are not walking alone. Chosen one, there is a divine shift taking place within your spirit at this exact moment. Something sleeping inside you is waking up. Strength is returning, hope is returning, faith is returning. The heaviness that once chained your soul is beginning to break apart. Jesus says, this is the beginning of your healing, not temporary healing, deep healing, the kind that changes your entire future. My beloved child, heaven is asking you to release what no longer belongs in your life. Release bitterness, release regret, release the fear of failure, release the voices that convinced you were unworthy. Archangel Michael says, you cannot carry old chains into a new season. Heaven is making room for something greater, but you must let go of the darkness that tried to keep you trapped. Jesus now stretches out his hand toward you and says, walk with me into this new chapter. My beloved child, your future is brighter than your past. The doors ahead of you contain peace, purpose, favor, and restoration. The tears you cried were not wasted. The battles you survived were not meaningless. Everything is leading toward the moment heaven prepared specifically for you. Listen carefully, because this next part is important. Within the coming days, you will begin noticing signs of change. Conversations will shift. Unexpected opportunities will appear. New peace will enter your spirit. You will sense heaven guiding you more clearly than before. Archangel Michael says, pay attention to the doors opening around them. Not every opportunity will be random. Some will be divinely assigned. My beloved child, heaven also says you must protect your energy in this next season. Not everyone can go where you are going. Some people were only temporary chapters in your life. Some people were lessons, not destinies. Jesus says, do not chase those who walked away. What belongs to you will remain. Heaven is aligning you with people who carry peace instead of confusion, loyalty instead of betrayal, and truth instead of manipulation. Chosen one, there is a blessing over your future that nobody can cancel. What heaven has written for your life cannot be erased by fear, jealousy, or opposition. Archangel Michael says, their destiny is protected. My beloved child, stop worrying about every obstacle because heaven is greater than every obstacle standing before you. The same God who carried you through your worst moments will carry you into your greatest season. Jesus now speaks softly and says, I need them to understand how valuable they truly are. My beloved child, you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen. Heaven knows your name. Heaven knows your pain. Heaven knows your future. And right now, heaven is declaring that your story is changing. The sadness will not last forever. The waiting will not last forever. The confusion will not last forever. Archangel Michael raises his sword one final time and declares, the chains are breaking now. My beloved child, old cycles are ending. Fear is losing power over you. Shame is losing power over you. Delays are losing power over you. Heaven is releasing freedom into your spirit. The next chapter of your life will carry peace you have never experienced before. Jesus and Archangel Michael now stand together before you. Their voices speak as one. Go forward, chosen one. Walk in courage. Walk in faith. Walk in peace. Heaven is with you. Your restoration has begun. Your breakthrough has begun. Your season has begun. My beloved child, never forget this moment. Never forget that heaven called your name tonight. Never forget that you are chosen, protected, loved, and destined for greater things than you can currently imagine. And remember this above all else, chosen one. The story is not ending here. This is only the beginning of the greatest chapter heaven has ever written for your life.